Today we are going to discuss the topic Kirchhoff's law and its application. We will be starting with the first law of Kirchhoff, that is Kirchhoff's current law. It states that algebraic sum of current at a junction is equals to 0. Or in other words, we can say the sum of the incoming current at a junction is equal to the sum of outgoing current. So what is a junction? Junction is a point where more than two branches are connecting. So here I have considered a junction where five branches are meeting. In this, the current I1, I2 and I3 are going inside a junction, and the current I4 and current I5 are going outside the junction. So according to KCL, the Kirchhoff's current law, the sum of the incoming current, which will be I1 plus I2 plus I3, should be equals to the sum of the outgoing current, which is I4 plus of I5. So that's the law KCL. Now let's discuss the Kirchhoff's voltage law. The second law of Kirchhoff, that is the Kirchhoff's voltage law. It states that algebraic sum of voltages in a loop is equals to 0. So what is a loop? A loop is a closed circuit consisting of different number of elements. So let's consider a loop, a voltage source, a resistor and another resistor. Let's consider this resistor be R1, let this be R2 and let this be a voltage source V. I assume that the current I is flowing like this. Now, whenever current flows from a resistor R1, it always flow from higher potential to lower potential. So according to the direction of current what I have assumed, it will be flowing through a resistor R1 from left to right. That means the left side of the resistor R1 is at higher potential and the right side is at lower potential. In a similar way, the same current I will flow through a resistor R2 from top to bottom. That means the top is at higher potential of R2 and the bottom is at lower potential. So this is how we mark the potential for the resistors. Now, before we write down the equation of the KVL, we should have an idea about the sign convention. So what is a sign convention? Sign convention says that whenever we will move from minus to plus through an element, so we would consider a plus sign, and on moving from plus to minus through an element, we will be considering a minus sign. So what we mean by element? Element could be a voltage source, it could be a resistor. So moving minus to plus, a plus sign, plus to minus, a minus sign. So back on the Kirchhoff's voltage law, we will be writing the equation of the KVL. How we used to write it? Let's start from a point this, and we will be moving in a clockwise direction. So while moving a clockwise direction, starting from this point, the first element we encounter is this voltage source. So the first element we encounter is this voltage source. So what we need to do is we have to write down the equation for it. So on moving clockwise, we are moving from minus to plus side of the resistor. So moving from minus to plus, according to sign convention, the sign should be plus. What is the voltage across the voltage source? Obviously, it is V, as given in the question. Now, the next element we encounter while moving in a clockwise direction is the resistor R1. And while passing through R1, we are moving from plus to minus. So moving from plus to minus, see the sign convention, it means a minus sign. So the sign is minus. Now we have to write down the voltage across the resistor R1. We know the resistor have a resistance R1 and the current flowing through the resistor R1 is the current I. So according to Ohm's law, the voltage across a resistor R1, it will be what? The current flowing through it multiply by the value of the resistance. So it will be I into R1. Let's move further clockwise direction. The next element we encounter is the resistor R2. For this also we are moving from plus to minus sign. So the sign should be minus. What should be the voltage across R2? It should be simply the current flowing through it, which is I, multiply by the resistance value, which is R2. That is the voltage across the resistance R2. That should be equals to 0 according to the Kirchhoff's voltage law. So it means algebraic sum of voltages in a loop is equals to 0. So this complete forms one loop. We have three elements here: voltage source, a resistance R1 and a resistance R2. For each of them we have written the voltages value. And what is the meaning of algebraic? Algebraic basically means that we have to consider the polarity of these voltages. So polarity means this sign convention should be there. These polarity we have to consider while writing the voltages. So that is what is the KVL. Now we will be using this KVL as well as KCL to solve a circuit. Solve circuit means to find out current through any particular branch. So just consider this question. In this question, we have to find out the current through a 2 ohm resistor. So to find out a current through 2 ohm resistor, what we need to do? Here we have one voltage source, this is of value 15 volt, and we have a one voltage source 4 volt and another another current source of 2 ampere. So now whenever in any branch we have a current source, so whatever be the resistance connected in series of that, irrespective of that, the current in that branch will be the same as the magnitude of the current source. So here we have a current source of 2 ampere. That means in this particular branch the current should be 2 ampere itself. It cannot have any other value than 2 ampere. Whatever be the value of this resistor, the current in this branch will be 2 ampere. So that means here in this branch the current is already known to us and we can say it is 2 ampere. So we can write it like this. Next, what we have to do, we have to assume current in each of the branches. So let assume current in this branch. This is one single branch. So in this branch we are going to assume a current. So let's assume a current here be I. Now the current coming from this side is current I. The current coming from this side is 2 ampere. It is a junction. So what should be the current in this branch? So we need not to assume the current now in this branch as an I1 or I2 any other variable. We need not to assume it. Using KCL, using this branch and this branch current, we can write down what should be the current in this branch. So here 2 ampere, here I ampere. So the total current here, what we can write is, it should be I plus 2 ampere. So that's the current in this branch. Now we have to write down the KVL equation. So to write down the KVL equation, we can never consider this loop. What's the reason behind that? The reason behind that is this loop consists of a current source. And we do not have any idea about the voltages across this current source. So whenever in any loop we have a current source, so we can never write down the KVL equation in that loop. So that means in this particular circuit, we do not have any option to apply a KVL in this loop. Neither we have an option to apply a KVL in this bigger loop, because in both the loop we will be encountering a current source, and since we do not know the voltage across the current source, so that is not possible to apply a KVL. Now the only option left is to apply a KVL in this loop. So we will be doing it. Let's apply a KVL in this loop. We will be starting at this point and we will be moving in a clockwise direction. So while moving in a clockwise direction, the first element we encounter is this 15-volt source. So for this 15-volt source, while moving in a clockwise direction, we are moving from minus to plus side. So if we are moving from minus to plus side, so the sign should be plus. What's the voltage across the voltage source? Obviously 15. So just write down the magnitude of the voltage source. Do not write the unit in the equation. So we are writing just plus 15. No need to write down this V. Next, this is a 8 ohm resistor. So before we write down the equation, what we should have done is we should mark the polarity for this 8 ohm resistor and 2 ohm resistor so that we do not feel any difficulty in writing the KVL equation. So to write down the polarity, the current I which we have assumed is flowing from left to right through a 8 ohm resistor. So moving it left to right, we know current flows from higher to lower potential. That means the left side it has higher potential, the right side is at lower potential. The next is the 2 ohm resistor. The current is flowing from top to bottom. That means top it has a higher potential and the bottom is at lower potential. So this is how we mark the polarity of the resistor. So I was writing the KVL equation. We have written it for the voltage source of 15 volt. Now the next element we have to consider is the 8 ohm resistor. For this 8 ohm resistor, while moving in a clockwise direction, we are moving from plus to minus. So while moving from plus to minus, according to sign convention, the polarity should be minus, the sign should be minus. And what should be the voltage across 8 ohm resistor? It should be 8 into I. 8 the value of the resistor and I the current flowing through it. Next is the 2 ohm resistor. For the 2 ohm resistor, we have to write down the voltage across it. And what should be the sign? We are moving from plus to minus sign. So while moving from plus to minus sign, the sign should be minus. The resistance value is 2. What is the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor? It is I plus 2. As written here, it is I plus 2. Next is the voltage source of 4 volt. This 4 volt voltage source, if we are moving in a clockwise direction, so we are moving from minus to plus through the voltage source. So if we are moving from minus to plus, so the sign should be plus. 4 equals to 0. So let's solve the equation. We have minus 8i minus 2i. It will become minus of 10i. And here we have minus 4, 15 and plus 4. That means it is equals to minus of 15. So simply we can say I is 1.5 ampere. But that's not the final answer. In the question it is asking what is the current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. What we have done, we have found out the value of I. And the current flowing through a 2 ohm resistor is I plus 2. So we should answer in this way that the current flowing through a 2 ohm resistor is I plus 2, which is 3.5 ampere. So that's the final answer for the question. So here we have used the KVL and KCL to find out the current flowing through a 2 ohm resistor. Next, what we have to do is we have to solve another question. Here we have considered 3 voltage sources and no current source. So how to start this question? So first thing what we have to do is we have to assume the current in each of the branch. So first branch, suppose this is a first branch. In this branch we have to assume the current. Let's assume a current in this branch. It's I1. The next, assume the current in this particular branch. So we are assuming a current in this branch as I2. So now one interesting thing, this I1 and I2, we can assume in any direction. there's no issue. As we have assumed I2 in this direction, there's no issue if I assume a current I2 in this direction. So let's assume I2 in this direction itself. So this is I1, this is I2. So what should be the current flowing through this branch? We need not to assume it as I3 because unnecessary variable we are not going to consider. So if we know the current flowing in this branch and this branch, according to the KCL, we can write down the current flowing through this particular branch. So what it should be? Here I1 is coming, I2 has gone this side. So what is the left amount of current? It is I1 minus of I2. So that is the current flowing through this particular branch. So what's the first step? Assume current in each of the branch. Now we know the current in each of the branch in the terms of variables. According to this current assumed, mark the polarity for each of the resistor. So let's the polarity in the 6 ohm is like this because the current is flowing from left to right. The current I1 is flowing through 6 ohm. For the 2 ohm resistor, the current I1 minus I2 is flowing from top to bottom. So let this be a plus potential and this be a minus potential. The 5 ohm resistor, the current is flowing from left to right. So let lefts be at higher potential and right be at lower potential. So we have marked the polarity for each of the resistor. Now in the first loop, we are going to write down the KVL equation. In this loop, we will be writing the KVL equation. So let's start writing the equation from this point. Let's move in a clockwise direction. So the first element we encounter is this 12 volt voltage source. So if we move in a clockwise direction through a 12 volt voltage source, so we are moving from minus to plus side. According to sign convention, the sign should be plus and the voltage across voltage source is obviously 12. Next element we encounter is a 6 ohm resistor. For this 6 ohm resistor, we are moving from plus to minus while moving in a clockwise direction. So the sign should be minus. What is the voltage across 6 ohm? The voltage should be 6 into I1. I1 is the current flowing through a resistor of 6 ohm. So the voltage across 6 ohm is 6 I1. Next element we encounter is this 4 volt voltage source. For this 4 volt voltage source, we are moving from plus to minus while writing the KVL equation. So moving from plus to minus, the sign should be minus and the voltage value should be 4. The last element we are encountering while moving in a clockwise direction is this 2 ohm resistor. For this also we are moving from plus to minus side. So the sign should be minus and the voltage value should be minus 2 into I1 minus of I2 equals to 0. So that's the first equation. Let's simplify the equation. So minus 6i minus 2i will become minus of 8i. It will become plus 2 of I2. And 12 minus 4, that will be 8. On that side if we will take, so it will become minus of 8. So this being the equation 1. We need another equation since we have a 2 variable. So we have to write down the KVL equation in another loop. What another loop we are considering is this particular loop. So we will be writing the KVL equation for this loop also. While writing the KVL equation for this loop, let's start from here. Let's start from here and we will be moving in a say anti-clockwise direction. We can write the KVL equation either by moving in a clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction. There is no issue. So we are moving here say in an anti-clockwise direction. So the first element we encounter is this 2 volt voltage source. So if we are moving in an anti-clockwise, we are moving from minus to plus side. So that means the sign should be plus. The voltage across this is 2. The next element we encounter is this 5 ohm resistor. While moving in a anti-clockwise direction, we are moving from minus to plus side. That means the sign should be plus and the voltage value should be minus 5 I2. Sorry, plus 5 I2. The next element we encounter is this 4 volt voltage source. For this 4 volt voltage source, we are moving from plus to minus side. That means the sign should be minus of 4. And the last one is this 2 ohm resistor. We are moving here from plus to minus side. So the sign should be minus and the voltage value should be 2 into I2. Sorry, 2 into I1 minus of I2. That should be equals to 0. So let's simplify this equation also. So here 5I2 and here minus 2I1, and so we will be minus 2I1 and 7I2 should be equals to 2. So that's the second equation. Now we have to solve the equation 1 and 2 in order to have a value of I1 and I2. So how we can solve? Let multiply equation number 2 by a 4. So we will be getting minus 8I1 plus 28 of I2 plus of equals to 8. For the equation 1, it is minus 8 I1 plus 2 of I2 equals to minus of 8. So let's subtract the two equation. So what will be happen? I1 is cancelled out. We are getting 26 of I2 equals to 16. So the I2 value will be getting as 8 by 13. Substitute this value in any one of the equation and we can have the value of I1. So suppose minus 2I1 will be what? 2 minus of 7 into I2. So it will be 56 by 13. So 13 to the 26 minus 30 by 13. So simply we can say I1 is 15 by 13 ampere and I2 is 8 by 13 ampere. What is the question? In a question it is asking the current flowing through a 2 ohm resistor. So what should be the current flowing through a 2 ohm resistor? We have to answer I1 minus I2. Right now we are able to answer I1 and I2. So what should be I1 minus I2? Is that the current flowing through a 2 ohm resistor? So it is 7 by 13 ampere. So that is what the final answer of the question. So this is how we can use the KVL and KCL to solve circuit. Solve circuit means to find out the current through any particular branch. So this is about the KVL and KCL. In the next class, you can see about the mesh analysis and the nodal analysis. Thank you.